This is a video to show you how you can get Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the Steam Deck. Now, you might have thought, due to it being a massive multiplayer online shooter with incredible graphics, that the Steam Deck can't handle it. And you might be right, but using this method, you will be able to get a smooth experience on the Steam Deck. Now, what I've done to achieve this is I've installed Xbox Cloud Gaming, and there'll be a link in the description to show you how you can do it yourself. But this is how Star Wars Battlefront 2 performs. So, Xbox Cloud Gaming. I have it as a shortcut on my Steam Deck, and what it essentially does is it opens up Cloud Gaming on Windows Edge. So it's the browser, the internet browser. And from here, you can access all of your Xbox online games. So here is Star Wars Battlefront 2. Let's see how it performs. So we're going to load up here. Now, your performance may vary, because the main factor in this is your internet connection. So I have pretty okay internet. I live in the UK. My internet's 100 megabytes per second, but I mean, I never get that. I'm currently sitting in the opposite room to where my router is. So let's see. Let's see how this goes. So it's going to launch up. All of the online features work in this game. It's just a case of finding a match and seeing how it performs. So here we go. Here's the game. Now what you can do with the Steam Deck is you can make it full screen just by pressing this button up here and going full screen. And then we can get in here. So it syncs with Star Wars Battlefront 2 on your Xbox. So if you want to bring any save data across, it will remember who you are, which is really good. And the beauty of doing it on Xbox Cloud Gaming is that it consumes very little in the way of battery, because obviously Cloud Gaming does all the heavy lifting. You just stream the game. So you can play a really graphically intensive game for the fraction of the battery cost, which means you can ultimately play it for longer, which is really good. So here we are, we've loaded in. Okay, right, let's see if we can get into a quick match. Obviously, it doesn't really matter what we are or who we are or what we're doing. We just want to try and get into a game here. So obviously, you would have thought that you'd be at a competitive disadvantage having a Steam Deck, obviously with the internet and all of that. So let's see if we can hold our own in a game of Star Wars Battlefront 2. I must confess I haven't played this game in a while. And when I did play it, I didn't play it for very long due to, everything that happened with this game. So yeah, I mean, a second ago you could see a bit of artifacting on my character's face, but that seems to have gone now. So let's see how well the graphics hold up. Okay, we are now loading into the game.
I know you can hear me, and I know it's Taco Dada, but we're here to fight. Stormtroopers are coming for our buddies in Mass.
Okay, so now you can see that we're in the game. What I will say is that the controls feel very responsive, so moving around like this feels responsive. There's no latency in kind of my inputs or anything like that, and it feels pretty good to play. The only thing that you're going to feel is a little bit lacking with this game is maybe the graphics. So depending on your internet connection, there's quite a bit of artifacting in some areas, and the resolution seems to be quite weak. But I mean, as you can see, I just got a kill pretty easily there. The game does run, and it runs pretty well. So we can play it as we normally would. Now, to be honest, I don't really know what I'm doing. But there you go. So it does work, essentially. Let's try a different class here. Let's try a heavy. And we can flick between our players. You can see that it runs really, really well. Let's spawn a friend here. So obviously I wouldn't try and put this on the big screen or anything like that. I wouldn't try and plug the Steam Deck into an external monitor and try and play it that way. I also think that if you're going to use a mouse and keyboard, you might as well try and just get it on a computer, because this won't live up to those expectations. You can see every now and again we get weird artifacting here and there. But if you're going to be playing it on a tiny handheld like this, and you're going to be curled up on the couch playing it like that, then this is a pretty viable option. And of course, remember that you can carry across all your saves and things like that. So this ends up being quite a good solution. I'm gonna die. So as you can see, I'm pretty terrible, but it works pretty well. Let's try one more time. Remember, my gameplay isn't the point, it's just showing you that it works. That's a friendly. Obviously, what you could do is you could Bluetooth a controller to this, so you could get a PS5 controller hooked in, and then you could play it that way if you wanted to. The Steam Deck controls will never be the best in the world, but they do work pretty well here. So that is Star Wars Battlefront. It works.